Hi, I'm Tobias Hürlimann, partner at Bain and Company in our tech practice. Thank you to JJ and the Acronis team for inviting me today. In the next 10 minutes, we will talk about the shift that is happening right now in IT services, one that has profound implications for how small and medium businesses get technology. I want to make the case that we are at a pivotal point right now, and that what comes next will be defined by the service providers who move first. You are the service providers that serve SMBs, the backbone of the global economy, particularly in Europe and Asia. They generate half of the global GDP, even more in Europe. Globally, SMBs employ 70% of all people, even more in Asia. They are the economic engine of the world. However, for most of the last 2 decades, this enormous part of the economy has been priced out of enterprise-grade IT. For example, a 24/7 cybersecurity operations center that requires a Fortune 500 budget. Custom internal application development also requires an enterprise-like budget. Predictive analytics and AI-grade customer support, same. The capability gap between SMBs and a Fortune 500 enterprise has not closed in the last decade, it has actually widened. AI changes that in one very specific way. It collapses the cost of capability. A 24/7 security operations center, well, AI agents now handle level 1 and level 2 triage at SMB economics. Custom internal application development, AI coding assistants do most of the work, and developers can focus on other things, removing really the need for a big in-house team. Predictive operations on capacity, fraud, maintenance, that's now embedded in with machine learning. Premium customer support, conversational AI agents can do that as SMB price points. Now the constraints really flips from budget to delivery channel. And there's only one channel that we would argue that can deliver enterprise-grade IT to SMBs at scale. That channel is you. Why are service providers the channel that should win this? There are, in our perspective, 3 structural reasons. First, trust and proximity. SMBs already buy IT through partners, not direct. At the small end, IT is fully outsourced to a single MSP with a multi-year relationship. That relationship and the data are already there. Number 2, templated workflows. MSPs sit on thousands of templated SMB workloads. That's the right substrate for deploying AI agents repeatedly and cost-effectively. This is where the unit economics actually work. Number 3, embedded in workflows. MSPs are really inside the customer's environment, not above it. They have the access, the context, and the integrated stack that AI agents need to deliver outcomes end-to-end. Compare this to who else could play. Hyperscalers? Well, their cost to serve and their direct go-to-market are calibrated for the enterprise tier. Reaching the long tail of millions of SMBs economically requires the channel for last-mile distribution. They need you. AI-native point solutions are powerful in one specific use case, but they don't have the integrated stack, the recurring relationships, or the operational backbone. Traditional consultancies and system integrators run a project-based delivery motion. No templated SMB workloads, no recurring economics. They can't make AI-augmented services profitable at the small business tier. The conclusion is really structural. Only the MSP channel can close the capability gap at scale. Now that AI shift in IT services is not just a tooling shift, it's rewiring the whole economics. There are 3 things that are happening at once. Number 1, there are real productivity gains. Bain's view is that managed service delivery sees productivity gains in the order of 20 to 25% over the next 4 to 5 years. Leaders that deploy agentic AI effectively will automate more than half of their effort in their delivery model. Number 2, AI also creates a lot of business opportunities for service providers. The early evidence on customer outcomes is quite strong. AI creates net 30 to 35% new work for service providers from categories it creates. Forrester finds that MSPs integrating AI-based automation and analytics have actually increased client retention by nearly 30%. Last but not least, also the pricing template is really changing. Linear FTE-based services are limiting for both growth and profitability. The future is AI agent-led delivery augmenting human experts. Cost per unit falls, prices fall, demand expands, and the winner takes share. 3 things need to be considered. First, you should really orient your commercial frame to outcomes. Price on what customers measure, not the hours billed, like price on uptime, MTTR, or tickets resolved. Productize your AI augmented services into managed service pods. For example, a managed cybersecurity pod or a help desk pod that are priced at cost at units delivered. Capture substantial share of value generated. SMBs have limited pricing power versus enterprises, so that allows you as the service providers that serve them to capture an outsized share of the benefit you generate for them. So what does this all mean concretely? We think there are 4 applications for you for the next decade. The first one is re-architect your delivery. Build AI agents into the core of your service profit and loss, not as bolt-ons to the FTE delivery. The future margin profile is defined by proprietary agent libraries and orchestration tools, not by bench size. Invest now into reusable internal platforms. Number 2, Reprice for outcomes. As mentioned, move from headcount-based pricing to outcome or token-based. Reposition yourself from an effort supplier to a value partner to your customers. Sell business outcomes like uptime, MTTR, tickets resolved, not hours. Pilot this in a repeatable, delivery-heavy domain where AI economics show up fastest, like monitoring, ticketing, patching. Implication number 3, expand your offering. Defending just today's stack is not enough. The winners of the next decade will be those who add net new revenue lines on top of managed backup, Microsoft 365, and endpoint. Push into services that SMBs were previously priced out of, like managed SOC or MDR, AI-native customer support, predictive operations, custom internal applications. AI economics finally make these viable at SMB price points. And last but not least, choose your platform layer very deliberately. The AI distribution layer you build on will compound or constrain your unit economics for the next decade. Once you've built agent libraries and integrations, switching costs rise sharply. This is a strategic decision, not a procurement one. For partners with open frameworks, embedded partner programs, and integrated infrastructure purpose-built for the SMB channel. Since in the end, the pivotal question really isn't whether AI reshapes IT services. The question is rather who leads when it does. Thank you very much.